My name is Lotte Rosenberg, and I am the CEO of an Icelandic company called CRI, Carbon Recycling International. We are actually a co-sponsor here at the summit. We have a unique CO2 to methanol technology where we take hydrogen either from an off-gas or green hydrogen produced by electrolyzers, combine that with the CO2, and we get a very efficient methanol out in the end here. So we have our own stand, and I have been in contact with lots of interesting companies, customers, cooperation partners, project developers, EPC companies, etc. So it's a great venue to stimulate conversations. Firstly, I think it's very international. I'm very impressed, by having Canada there, Australia, India, aside from, of course, a lot of European countries. So I think it's very cool that the Netherlands can gather such a global summit on such an important topic as the hydrogen, and that we all try to figure out the best solutions to reduce our carbon emissions. So yes, very, very stimulating, good energy, and I'm sure a lot of good business connections will be made here. I think the temperature is, it's building up, so the market is still a bit stagnant, especially here in Europe due to policy, to the increased cost of capex, etc. So we see a lot of project developing, but not enough that take the final investment decisions. So people are waiting, they're eager to make a difference, but we are waiting for the ketchup effect where everything falls into place and we see the best economical cards fall into place, because we do need the willingness to pay, because producing green hydrogen is much more expensive than the fossil hydrogen, right? So we still need things to come together to realize the ambitions we have for reaching our net zero ambitions. Yeah. My key message would be, I think, as we discussed in the panel as well, is to not look so much to the different technologies, but really look into the different kind of projects, to look into which kind of carbons are the best ones to use, what kind of carbon footprint can you have. If you have a hard-to-abate sector, it may make sense to actually capture and clean the CO2. For our case, combine it with hydrogen instead of trying to get the biogenic CO2 in places where it's too expensive. So I think you really need to look at the different conditions where you have projects that lower the carbon footprint. Because we can't get there from one day to another. So I think it's a gliding scale where we are reducing the carbon emissions, but we need to make sure that we also see the willingness to pay for the customers, and that's why we need to have the right frameworks around the different projects and ways to lowering the carbon emissions. What I found was very pleasant was that you actually have free emissions to people coming into the exhibition. I think that's a great way of doing it, making sure that we increase the accessibility, the curiosity, because you also need, the consumers wanting to pay a little extra for ensuring that, when you get shipments from all over the world, the ships actually are fueled on methanol and not on dirty fuel oil, right? So also getting the traction from everybody, not just the industry or the companies, I think is very important. So I think you've started on that journey, and I think we should definitely continue it.